Today's video is 7 things you didn't know about Germany.
We are Greg and Lisa, an American couple living abroad in Spain. If you are curious about the crazy, funny, and surprising differences between the US and Europe, you came to the right place. And we are getting super close. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers now. It was just 500, but now it's up to 1,000. So
yeah, it's exciting.
We definitely appreciate you helping us to build the community. We love all the conversation and comments and everything that happen. The more people, the better. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So you've always had this fascination with Germany.
Yes.
Yeah. It was like always on his bucket list to go there.
Yeah.
And you have a fascination about the language too.
About the language. I took the language in college. I can count to 10, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, good job, man.
You know,
I don't even know if that's right.
I know somebody gonna tell me. You can tell me. I could have done it wrong.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I have a fascination. I want to go there. Like,
because you married to me.
I know. No,
we're taking a long time to get into this video. Okay.
Go ahead. Introduce a channel.
I'm sorry. This is Felly from Germany.
Yes. And side note.
Yes.
This was recommended. The channel was recommended by a subscriber, Peter Schmidt.
Yes.
So, and looking at a lot of her titles, she seems super cute. And I think she either goes to the US a lot or
she lives there. She's lived there
okay,
last, I want to say 8 or 9 years off and on. She lives in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, dang. How do you know?
I don't know. I just know. All right. Well, let's go ahead and start. Okay.
German prisons, Oktoberfest, and the infamous Autobahn. This list has it all. Let's talk about 7 things you didn't know about Germany until now.
All right.
That's cool, because we probably didn't know.
Hello, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Servus? What does that mean? I'm sure somebody could tell us. I could look it up, but, you know, then you wouldn't have anything to tell us.
Maybe it means hello.
Maybe.
Or I don't know.
She said hello, servus.
Okay.
My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio, on and off since 2016.
There you go.
And while most Americans I meet here know a lot about German cars and engineering, about German history, and often even about soccer, I found that there are a few things that totally surprise them whenever I mention them. So I put together a list of 7 of those things, and I bet most of you didn't know these either. Number 1, it's not illegal to break out of prison.
Whoa. Oh, what? It's not illegal to break out of prison? That's interesting.
Okay.
Yes.
So why stay there? Like, if you put me in prison, I'm just leaving.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
If I'm not going to get punished.
Yeah, I'm out.
You heard correctly. In the US and in Canada, breaking out of prison is considered a criminal offense.
Oh, yeah.
And if you get caught, it'll most likely lead to your prison sentence being extended. But in Germany, if you're incarcerated and manage to escape, that's actually considered part of a human's natural desire for freedom and ties back to the very first paragraph of our Constitution, the Grundgesetz, that says, human dignity shall be inviolable. To respect and protect it shall be the duty of all state authority. The German people therefore acknowledge inviolable and inalienable human rights as the basis of every community of peace and of justice in the world.
That is giving me chills.
It is. Why?
I just am blown away by their respect for the human rights and dignity.
That's true. I mean, I don't know why I'm so happy. Like, I'm going to go to prison in the first place.
But I'm just blown away by their respect for the human dignity.
That is super interesting.
Oh my God.
That is really interesting. And we're only on number 1.
I know.
Oh my God.
It almost brings tears to my eyes.
Don't cry.
So weird.
Don't cry. Don't cry. It's okay.
That is so weird.
It's okay. All right.
Probably
You crying? You about to cry?
Just keep watching.
Sorry, I know. No, I'm sorry.
Since the desire to be free is considered part of human nature, breaking out of prison is not counted as an additional charge in Germany and won't extend your sentence. What is illegal, however, is helping a prisoner to break out, and if the prisoner commits other criminal offenses in order to escape, such as damage of property or assault, they can be charged for those. And if they do get caught, they might also get disciplined by the prison for violating the prison rules, and it might hurt their chances for an early release.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting. So I'm wondering, does it happen often? Like, I wonder, is that a thing? Like, you just know if you go to prison, just escape, or it doesn't happen. Like, what stops people from doing it?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Germany isn't the only country where escaping from prison isn't illegal, by the way. It's the same in Austria, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Sweden, and even Mexico, just to name a few. By the way, just a little bonus fact, German prisons are actually considered some of the nicest.
Oh.
Almost looks like my dorm room.
Oh, yeah.
In college.
That's true.
Not gonna lie.
Oh, what the?
Pretty, except I had a roommate, so it was a little bit bigger.
Yeah, but some of the private rooms, the single rooms.
Yeah.
Look like that.
Yeah, that's true.
And humane prisons in the world, and they have a very different philosophy compared to American prisons, but that might be a topic for another video. Now, staying on the topic of security, one thing that you probably didn't know about Germany is that it's not very common to have security cameras at home. Well, here in the US, that's pretty standard. But I also never knew how easy it was to install security cameras before I came here. Ben and I are using the indoor security cameras by LitoCam, and they give us so much peace of mind when we're not home, not just in terms of security, but also to check in on our cats, Izzy and Ern. A couple months ago, I showed you guys the LitoCam C1 cameras, but since then, we've actually added 2 of their P1 360 pan cameras, because when we were on vacation in July, there were a few instances where the cats were out of frame, and we couldn't quite see if they were getting into something that they weren't supposed to. You know, when your pet walks by carrying something in their mouth and you're not quite sure what it is,
paid sponsor.
you want to
Yeah.
But these new
Paid
cameras
sponsor.
are actually motorized, and they can pan all the way around 360 degrees. And the best thing is that you can control it all on your phone, even when you're thousands of miles away. So now, even when we're going to be in Germany in October, we'll be able to just open up the app.
Segued that in real good.
That was good.
Whatever part of the room we want to see. You can also activate the automatic motion tracking,
she's going
and
for
with
it.
the two-way audio system, we can not only hear what's going on in our house, but we can even talk through the camera, which is great for pets.
What's that sound?
But also a great function if you're
true.
using these to watch your kids in the other room. The camera has a super clear picture with a full HD 1080p resolution, and it even has night
she's
vision
selling
that
this.
allows you to see up to
Seriously.
33 feet in complete darkness. And for whenever you're not watching live, you can just activate motion detection and have the app send you notifications whenever something is happening and automatically record the footage. Video can be recorded 24/7 to local storage or to a cloud, and you can access the cameras on unlimited devices, so Ben and I are both connected on our phones at the same time. So if you've been looking for some indoor cameras to upgrade your home security, watch your dog or cat when you're not home, or keep an eye on your kids or elderly, I can
go
only
to her
recommend
original
these. They're super
video
affordable
if
for
you guys
great
want
quality.
that.
Just click on the link in
it'll
the
be on
box below
her
and check out the LitoCam P1 cameras yourself. Number 2 of the things you didn't know about Germany
Back to the
is Germans get 4 to 6 weeks of vacation.
Okay,
Now, why
okay.
would this even be surprising? Well, in the US, there's actually no legal requirement for how many vacation days or how much paid time off employers have to give their employees. According to Forbes magazine, the average American worker only gets 11 days of paid vacation per year. After 5 years of service, this increases to 15 days average.
Ooh.
Let me get to 5 years.
Yeah.
I need those extra 4 days.
And
Don't
after
overdo
10
it.
years,
Yeah.
it's 17 days. Which means that on average, even after 10 years of working at the same company, an American employee still gets fewer vacation days than the legal minimum in Germany, which is 20 days per year for a 5-day work week. That's just the legal minimum though. Most employers offer more vacation days than that. On average, it's around 28 vacation days per year, and you are usually also encouraged to take all of those vacation days. That's probably one of the reasons why Germans tend to travel so much. And nope, that does not include sick days. Those aren't limited at all. In the US, it's common to have a certain amount of paid sick days per year that are defined in your work contract. According to Forbes, Americans get 8 of those on average, meaning that if they have to call in sick on more than 8 days, they don't get paid for those days anymore. In Germany,
Let me
you
hear what she
usually
says.
just call in sick, and that's it. If you're sick for longer than 3 days in a row, you usually have to submit a doctor's notice, but you'll still get paid. Before I move
So they have unlimited, and we
Yeah.
are
Unlimited, but
limited.
you might need a doctor's
But
notice
we need doctors
after
now.
3 days.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I know. Yeah.
to the US, I
See, maybe this is why I secretly liked Germany the whole time.
I know a lot of European countries are the same way.
That's true. That's true.
It's just the U.S.
Never even thought about this one being unusual in any way, but growing up, there was a brothel right by the mall I would always go to and close to the subway station. So every time I took my bike there, I literally went right by the brothel. Because prostitution is legal in Germany.
Right.
So don't be surprised if you see streets like these in Germany. This is the Reeperbahn, which is an infamous party area in the city of Hamburg, full of bars and nightclubs, but also full of adult shops, strip clubs, and when you enter the side streets and alleys, full of prostitution.
We lived in Vegas,
Right.
and you're from Vegas, so this is not abnormal to us. We saw it all the time. So
yeah, saw it all the time.
You know, it's like, but other states you don't see it all the time.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
But on the main street, you'll literally see people of all ages, tourists, even kids sometimes, stroll down the street and check out the adult shops because they usually have brightly lit windows and open doors, kind of as if they were like tourist gift shops or something. And some of them even have a doner kebab window built in. This is Germany in a nutshell right there. Germany is one of 9 European countries where prostitution is legal and regulated, but I would say Germany and the Netherlands are probably the 2 countries that are best known for it. Number 4, the Autobahn does have speed limits.
Oh,
it does?
I don't think I knew that.
I didn't know that.
I thought you can go like, 700 miles an hour.
Yeah, I always felt like I would be scared to go on that.
Yeah.
Yes, you heard right, but let's back up a little bit. The German Autobahn, or Autobahn in English, is known for being one of the only places in the world where you can drive without any speed limit, and it's actually become a popular tourist destination for car enthusiasts. Now, first of all, many people seem to believe that the Autobahn is some type of racetrack or one single street in Germany, when in reality, Autobahn is simply the German word for freeway or interstate. So the Autobahn really is all over the country, but don't be surprised if you get on it and see a speed limit sign right away. Because while there isn't a general speed limit...
Wait, was that like
120
miles per hour?
Kilometers? I don't know. Let's see.
And see
It's probably,
a speed limit sign.
That can't be miles per hour.
I mean, maybe it can. But no, maybe it's...
No, it can't be.
We're
It's
not in
Germany.
the United States.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hello.
But
American.
Yeah. We'll still work, so.
Right away. Because while there isn't a general speed limit for the entire Autobahn in Germany, about 30% of the Autobahn do actually have permanent speed limits posted, and on about 10% of it, you'll find temporary speed limits due to construction zones. Now, that does still leave us with about 60% of the Autobahn that has absolutely no speed limit. So yes, you will see cars going 200, 250 kilometers per hour.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, so it was kilometers.
Yeah.
But still, 200 kilometers? Dang. 250
I know. We still haven't gotten used to the kilometer. We're still in our metric system.
You know,
but
in Texas, the speed limit was like 80.
80.
And I remember like they drove fast everywhere, even in the neighborhoods everywhere, because you were just so used to driving fast. I mean, what this has to do with this, I don't even know. But,
I don't know. But 80 means 90 or 100. So 200.
Is that what you're saying?
No, well, 80 miles per hour meant
they're going to be going fast.
They're going to go 90 or 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, that's true.
200 kilometers means they're going to go 220.
That's true. That's
230.
true.
Or faster, passing by in a flash. So make sure to stay out of that left lane unless you're the fast one or for when you're passing someone else. But then always make sure to get back into the right lane as soon as possible and never ever pass someone on the right side. In the US, people pass on the right all the time on interstates. And I think...
Yeah, I think certain states, that's a law. I think Oregon, I remember... That is a law. Like you have to drive on the right unless you're passing. So
there's just those suckers that like drive slow on the left lane, and you have no choice.
Tell them how you really feel.
I know you can like what do you call it? Not rear end them.
Oh,
but like
brake check them.
No. You follow real close behind them.
Oh, tailgate.
You can tailgate them until they get a clue, but
more than 2 lanes, that's actually legal too. But on the German Autobahn, you're always supposed to stay as far right as possible. We call it the Rechtsfahrgebot, and only use the lane on your left for passing. Now that being said, while we don't have a regulated speed limit for the entire Autobahn, there is something called Richtgeschwindigkeit, advisory speed limit, and that is at 130 kilometers per hour. Now you're still allowed to go fast.
This is just me, but I'm just looking at the language. Like, I think that's cool.
Huh?
Like that word means advisory speed limit.
It's all one.
Richtgeschwindigkeit.
I'm not even going to try that.
Faster than that when there's no posted speed limit. But in the case of an accident, you might be considered partially at fault, even if you didn't cause the accident, which means that you or your insurance might have to pay for some of the damage. So that's something to keep in mind. By the way, if you want to find out more about all things driving in Germany, make sure to check out this video. Okay, so for this next one, I never even realized that this misconception existed until I came to the US and got asked about how I celebrate Oktoberfest when I'm away from home. And I've definitely mentioned this one on my channel before, but since Oktoberfest is starting in just a couple of weeks, I felt like it might be worth mentioning again. Oktoberfest is not a cultural holiday like Thanksgiving or Carnival that people celebrate all over Germany. Oktoberfest is simply the name of one specific Volksfest, folk festival or beer festival. I mean, yes, it's the biggest one in Germany and even the biggest one in the entire world, and there are events in other parts of Germany and all over the world that use the Oktoberfest theme and that are even called Oktoberfest, but that doesn't make it some kind of franchise. At least not in the eyes of someone from Munich, which is where Oktoberfest, or Wiesn as we call it, takes place. Most Germans from outside of Munich have never even been to Oktoberfest, and the vast majority of them don't plan on ever going either. At the end of the day, Oktoberfest...
That makes sense. That makes sense. That when you said, are you saying because they haven't been there?
No, I guess I'm trying to think what I thought Oktoberfest was. Did I think it was a national holiday?
I'm glad you said that because I was thinking, I don't even know. Okay, this is just me being naive, but I just really think this like it's in October, it's the festival, and they drink a lot of beer.
Right.
Like that's all I really know
but
about it.
But did you think it was just one location, apparently they have them, spread about, but the real place was just one place.
Oh,
and that's where you go for Oktoberfest.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I may have thought it was like celebrated throughout the country.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have to watch. I'm sure there's a gazillion videos on that. But if somebody has a good one that they recommend, let us know because we definitely need to do some research on that. Since we are pretty close to Germany now, we might actually go there.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just one of over 9,000 Volksfeste that take place in Germany every year. After Oktoberfest, the biggest ones are the Krangerkirmes in North Rhine-Westphalia, the Rheinkirmes in Düsseldorf, the Kieler Woche, which is an annual sailing event in Kiel up by the Baltic Sea, the Cannstatter Vasen in Stuttgart, the Nürnberger Volksfest, and many, many more.
Oh man, I just love the language. I'm sorry. I'm like getting excited about this. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's just so beautiful, all of them.
Yeah. All of the things she's mentioning?
Yeah. They're really pretty.
Yeah.
So no, I don't celebrate Oktoberfest when I'm not in Munich. It's not something you celebrate. You either attend it or you don't. And we don't say things like Happy Oktoberfest to each other either. If you're going to Germany for the first time and you expect to be running into Hitler statues all the time and swastikas on old buildings, you actually couldn't be more wrong. Because Hitler statues never really existed to begin with, and signs and symbols from the Nazi era are illegal in public spaces in Germany.
I think I knew that.
Unless it's in a historical context or a part of education, arts, science, or research. When the Federal Republic of Germany was founded in 1949, the idea behind this was to prevent victims and survivors of the Nazi regime from being confronted with these symbols unexpectedly in their everyday life. The ban includes flags, badges, uniforms, slogans, as well as forms of greetings, such as the Hitler salute. So nope, Germans won't find it funny if you do the Hitler salute, and you might actually get in trouble for it. Now, for symbols that were used way before the Nazis used them for their purposes, such as the swastika that originated in Asia as a symbol for fertility, or other Nordic and Germanic runes, those are only banned when they're specifically used in a political context with the Nazis or modern right-wing extremism. But if you're traveling to India or Scandinavia and you're getting a souvenir with one of those runes on it, you don't have to worry about bringing it to Germany. And on a related note, those of you who regularly watch my videos probably already know this, it's also illegal to deny or downplay the Holocaust in Germany, out of respect for all of the victims and their descendants. This is regulated in paragraph 130 for Volksverhetzung, so hate speech, and it's actually punished with either a fine or up to 5 years in prison.
It's amazing that you would think that you even have to have that law.
That you can't deny it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what has made Germany overcome their bad history
Right.
is that they faced it.
Right.
And whereas, I hate to say it, I'm going to bring this up, but America, doesn't want to face our bad history.
Yeah.
They just want to, sugarcoat
That's
it
true.
or make it look. But that's why Germany has been so successful to turn that up kind of around.
Right.
Some people would argue that it's still there, is not super successful, but
Yeah.
from my point of view, it seems like
Yeah.
they successfully looked at it, faced it, understood it, and
Yeah, that'd be
now they're
interesting.
healing from it.
It'd be interesting to hear what some of our German friends have to say about that. So, yeah.
prison. And last but not least, to end this video on a more fun and lighthearted
Okay,
note,
good.
Okay.
this was something that completely blew Ben's mind when he came to Germany with me for the first time. Most taxis in Germany are Mercedes cars, or Mercedes as we say in German. I had never even thought about this being weird before, but in the US, taxis can be all kinds of different cars.
A Prius, Ford Focus.
Yeah, Prius.
it
Yeah,
could
Ford
be
Focus, yeah.
Ford Taurus.
Yeah,
you can do
that's true.
anything you want.
brands, and in a lot of cases, they're just your regular Ford, Honda, Toyota, and other cheaper cars.
Toyota.
And in Germany,
Yeah.
you'll see different car brands as well, but Mercedes-Benz has been the most popular and most common taxi car brand for as long as I can remember.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll be like, somebody be like, you want to ride? No, I got my Mercedes coming to pick me up. Okay.
Specifically their A-Klasse model, E-Class, or for bigger cabs, the V-Class. However, Mercedes actually announced that they're not going to offer the E-Class in the taxi version anymore starting this year, so maybe the era of Mercedes cabs is coming to an end. I think it's
Mercedes.
important to keep in mind though that
Mercedes.
while Mercedes cars are definitely nice and expensive cars in Germany, they're not considered super high-end luxury cars the same way they are in the US, for example. In fact,
Yeah.
according to this statistic, Mercedes are the second most common cars on German streets.
VW first,
Oh,
and Mercedes, and then we don't know those Opel.
Opel Ford? That can't be Ford.
I don't know. We can't see it
We can't see
that
it.
well either.
Audi is on there.
BMW,
BMW.
Audi.
Okay.
Right behind Volkswagen. Growing up, I had a lot of friends who had a Mercedes as their family car, so maybe that's also why I never found it weird that that's the model of our taxis. Which of these 7 things surprised you the most? Let me
Oh man, that was good. That was good. Am I in trouble for saying something you was about to cry?
No.
Okay. This is how it works in
No,
our house. I
obviously
gotta
I'm
make
like,
sure.
just keep going.
I know. Okay.
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
That was good.
I think that probably, to answer her question, shocked me the most.
Yeah.
And was like the most impactful. And I think it's just because it's so humanity is not world rampant right now, and the fact that they do that is just like,
That's true.
amazing.
That's true. I do think that is probably the most surprising out of the 7. But I don't know. Tell us what you think. Which one's going to be the most surprising out of there? But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these real quick here. Okay. All right. So what we got here is
That's her pin code.
that's her.
Yeah.
All right. Man, you're gonna be talking. Let me see. All right. And always keep in mind, doesn't matter how fast you go on the German Autobahn, you will never be the
Oh
fastest.
God.
Or in other words, there will be always somebody who wants to go faster than you.
Oy.
You should come back to Kitchener, Ontario, Canada next October for our Oktoberfest, which is second largest in the world next to Munich. This area was settled by a large number of Germans, and Kitchener was known as Berlin until the First World War. Huh.
Really?
Didn't know that. All right. And let's see here. One more. Hi, Philly. Oh, I started, so I got to read it. Hi, Philly. You forgot to mention the extra 2 paychecks that Germans receive for vacation and Christmas spending.
For vacation spending?
What in the hell?
You get money? If you say you're going on vacation, they give you an extra check?
And Christmas. Golly.
Oh.
I'm about to.
No, we love Spain.
We love Spain. But man, I was this close to saying I'm about to move to Germany. Shoot. All right. Anything else?
No.
That was a good
one.
video.
Yeah,
I really liked
her.
that one.
We're going to try
She
and
was
do,
good too. So.
Yeah, we'll do more of hers.
Whew. All right. Thanks for stopping by. See you on the next one. Peace.
Bye.